Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we currently are fighting this independence war. War score is currently negative, and I'm trying to remember where exactly we were. Oh right, we were working on this sieging over here. War score is ticking in our favor because Defender controls war target at this point, and they're at minus 80% for occupation. We're only at plus 37, so we have a lot that we can swing around here. This is not going to be a problem really at all. So we're going to move over this way. We're up to minus 18. They can't win this war as long as we don't fight them. And so that's our plan. We are not going to fight them under any circumstances. He's learned Armenian? Impressive. Send my regards. Well, we could fight them as long as they're not, all grouped together. There's another dangerous faction that just started brewing here. This is a Liberty faction, and I don't think there's a lot that we can do about this, is there? We may have to acquiesce to this. We'll see. These are all kings, so nothing we can really do there. I highly doubt that we can negotiate with any of them. We could potentially bribe them out of the faction. That is an option. Actually, yeah, we can bribe this guy out of the faction for sure. Maybe even this guy. Yeah, we probably can. Like, basically everyone with a positive opinion of us suddenly gets gold. That's the idea here. I don't want to have to lower crown authority right now, so we're just going to throw gold at this problem, and it should go away. I'm fairly certain of this. Like, 82 opinion is a lot of opinion. So there we go. Yep, it instantly goes away. Perfect. So these guys are going to head up over here and resupply. And we'll finish up this siege. There we go. These guys are going to come up this way and resupply as well as soon as they are relieved from their slow siege. Perfect. And we'll head down over here. We siege so quickly once we get to our position anyway. So we'll move these guys on up. And they're at minus 87% now. So they're almost capped there. And we are... Oh, we haven't sieged over here. Okay. So we can grab this location. These guys, they can all head up over here and start taking back some of this territory. So that's exactly what we'll do. We're now at plus 3% war score, and ticking will just continue to tick. That's perfect. So we can see they have 93,000 troops. We have more troops, so we could beat them in a straight-up fight, in theory. But we're just going to head up over here. I want to fight this force, ideally. Get a little bit of battle war score anyway. So we're going to head in over here. Just as quick as we can. I imagine they're going to run away. We'll see if that ends up happening. There's another force here. I want to check in at our capital. We are not threatened in the capital in the slightest. Good. So we're going to get our siege started over here. They are offering a white piece. We decline. Okay. So they're now up over here. We're going to continue to pursue them if we can. I'm going to send... Actually, I'm not going to send any of our forces to slow siege. I was thinking about it, but we're going to be done sieging here very soon. So I don't think there's a huge reason to do that. We do require a new spy master. It'll be this fine gentleman. Perfect. And we will head on over to here to siege this back. Cool. So I'd like to catch one of these forces. What if we were to do this? We don't actually catch these guys here. So that's a little sad. We can come over this way and see about catching them over here. Sadly, they get out. They're moving faster than we are. Quite a bit faster than we are, actually. But we actually catch them here because we took a slightly more efficient path. I like it. Okay, so we're going to catch this force, and that will get stack wiped. Absolutely. That will get us a little bit of battle war score, 2%. And we could start a slow siege over here, I suppose. That is fine. And at this point, they're at minus 100. Here's the thing. They're probably substantially over 100%, and they'll probably remain that way. Sieging these back is probably not super relevant to us. Let's see what happens with this siege. Actually, that did pull it back. Okay. We'll call it good for now, but it's not amazing. So we'll siege here. The problem is they're sieging a lot of locations, right? So, like, we're going to divide this force in half, and we're going to send half of them up over here. We can divide this force in half as well, and send half of them over this way. And then we can come up over here, work on that siege. So they're going to finish their siege here, but they're going to run away. And we're going to catch them here. That's great. So that'll stack wipe. We see additional forces up here. We're not too concerned about that at this moment. So we're at 32% war score. And we're continuing to pull the war score back in our favor. 33%. These guys are sieging up here. I wouldn't mind coming up and fighting them, but I think we should relieve our sieges first. So we're going to come over here, finish up this siege with our bombards. We do siege very quickly. It is true. Demand artifact. Get out of here with that. Jerk. So we're going to head up over this direction. This siege will finish very shortly. And it is done now, so they're going to head up over here. And then we're going to bring our siege force to here. We can get a new perk here. We could grab Ducal Conquest. Sure. This siege will be done very soon as well. And there we go. So we're going to head there, and then these guys will head to siege. And I want to fight this force up here, if we can do that. That'd be great. There's this force over here as well. The main problem with this is if we move through here... Oh, this is not hostile. Right, it wouldn't be. So we can just walk up here without worry of attrition. I like it. We're going to head down over... Actually, we need to head up over to this barony. We're at 54% war score now. And we're never going to have a problem with this type of war. Like, this isn't going to be an issue. We are going to head in over here and catch these guys. That's perfect. And they're going to actually turn around and fight us. I like it. So that is fantastic. And that's a stack wipe. Beautiful. So we'll head over this way for now. We can siege over here. We're at 70% war score at this time. We can get another 19 from occupation. So we're going to need a little bit more war score. We can get some from ticking, of course. Do we have any enemies around here that we can fight? The answer is kind of. We can try to catch these guys. I'm not sure that we're going to succeed. They can grab another 9% war score from occupation as well. So that's something to consider too. So we're going to be capped on our war score very soon here. We're at 85. And I'd love to come over here and fight these guys. They're not going to stay here. We'll see what they do. Actually, hang on. This is all impassable over this way. They're going to try to run back over here. I don't think we catch them here. Oh, no, we do. Okay, we catch them here. Wonderful. So that'll get us some more battle war score. And then we'll come down over here. We're at 92% from occupation. We need 11% more. We win this battle. Now we need 6% more. Now we can get enough from occupation, plus ticking. So that's wonderful. We siege that down. We're at 99%. Ticking war score will end this. There it is. And so we'll enforce our demands and disband our troops. No problem whatsoever. And all of those guys are now in our prison. Perfect. So that is great, and now I want to come down over this way and work on cleaning up some of this territory. So I'd like to attack this guy. We can't do forced vassalizations just yet, though, so we may want to hold off on that. When can we get those? Very soon. Yeah, I think we're going to hold off on that. This guy, a forced vassalization would absolutely be the way to go. What about Hadramut, though? A forced vassalization would be better here. We're still truce to Mara. We could go for just the single county over here. And that wouldn't be a terrible concept. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We will get our rally point set up over here. All we're going to need is our men-at-arms. We could even go for this emirate here if we wanted to. And we need to disband these guys if we wanted to do that. Yeah, I think a holy war for county would absolutely do the trick here. So we do that, and the rest of these we can't really do too much for. This guy's allied here, so he has 3,000 troops. That's not very scary, so that's fine. Or no, this is just part of his territory. Never mind, they're not allied. We can just come in over here with our men-at-arms, and that'll be fine. Of course he'll be there. Okay, so we're going to have no problem with this, in theory. And we'll just get a couple counties cleaned up while we wait for our forced vassalage. Forced vassalage is an excellent CB, and we're going to be able to clean up quite a lot of this with it as well. We're going to be targeting Africa pretty heavily pretty soon. I'd also like to clean up Roman Greece if we can, but I think that we're not going to be able to do a forced vassalage on them. That'll certainly be interesting. So we are, of course, going to head in here, siege this down, get ticking war score on our side. There we go. No problem there. And we'll head on over and finish off Socotra. That will cost us 73 to embark, but that's fine. I'm really not concerned about that. Okay, so we'll land here, stack wipe their army. No problem at all here. Ticking war score is now on our side for this war. They may try to land up here and contest this. I'm going to go for their capital pretty much any way you slice it. So this war's over. We're going to head for their capital, and we will enforce those demands. Perfect. And we will grant this out for now, just to a count. We'll work on getting some of this sorted out once we have our vassal limit getting hit again. So that'll be fine. Ahura Mazda for health and longevity, or Ahura Mazda for knowledge and wisdom. We'll become a confident scholar, I guess. Actually, what would that get us? Learning +1? Done. We almost have Machicolations completed, so that will be a very big deal here. And we'll go for cranes next, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to fight these guys, and we stack wiped them. The siege of their capital should, I think... This might end the war. I don't think it necessarily will. It depends on how we roll on being captured. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit, and you can lose some opinion of us, that's fine. Let us treat her as a woman of the court, sure. And you can lose opinion of us again. Perfect. We did, in fact, win from that battle, or rather, from that siege, so that's wonderful. We'll disband those armies, and we are, of course, going to need to hand this on out. Perfect. At this point, I would like to wait a bit before we go back to war. I want to have vassalage, so we'll have that happening. But I want to come in over here, because we're incredibly close to getting Machicolations finished up. Now, Royal Armory is a lot further along than Cranes, but I'm still going to go for Cranes. That'll be fine. This ransom is okay. Machicolations has been discovered. We will go for Cranes. That'll be 14 years. So all we're going to be able to do here, really, is get all of our castles leveled up. Sino-Armenian. Right. We need to work on getting some of those Sino-Armenian counties converted, rather. So we're going to promote culture in... You stopped promoting culture in our capital? Why? Why would you do that? Okay, well, we can only do this in the counties, rather, that are not Sino-Armenian. Wow, words are suddenly very hard. Okay, well, we're just going to upgrade all of these that we can. A number of these counties are, in fact, Sino-Armenian, and we need to get those converted, and apparently we stopped converting at some point. I'm not necessarily okay with that, but we'll get these all upgraded anyway. There we go. This ransom is acceptable. And man, that conversion is going to take so long. So we've got this county, this one. We didn't create Sino-Armenian. I'm not sure when these actually converted, but it looks like we've got a grand total of 3 counties that are Sino-Armenian. And that'll need to be dealt with. So we're working on converting 1 anyway. And sure, we'll ransom that guy. Ransoming this guy is fine too. And ransoming this lady is okay. We'll take some gold. Wonderful. We're currently about 2/3 of the way to getting our next Majesty focus point. So that'll be great. We'll take forced vassalage at that point. Excellent. Ransoms are finishing up. May you grow to be strong and wise, indeed. This guy's just a duke. That's fine. He can be ransomed. A queen? Absolutely not. There we go. Okay. Sounds good. So at this point, we definitely pretty much don't have anything else to do other than going back to war and waiting on our conversion. Our county conversions here. This is going to be a long time, though. So I'm not just going to sit here and wait on that. Under no circumstances is that going to be a thing. This is a long-term project. So we're going to work on that in the background. Hopefully it won't get abandoned this time. And we could maybe go after Mara now? Yes, we could. So we can do that and go for a holy war for the county. So that'll be fine. I'm just looking at the kingdom structure down over here. This doesn't look too bad, but we only have the one guy we can go after over here for the moment, so we'll just raise up our men-at-arms. This is not a hugely efficient conquest, but we'll head in over here. Enemy allies have joined the war. We don't really care too much about that, in all honesty. They can't contest us. Under no circumstances is this going to end up well for them. Okay, so we're going to kill their entire coalition here. They're going to be stack wiped. There we go. And we're at 50% war score. And we'll siege this down, and that will end the war. Like, the war's already over. They just don't know it. Excellent. So done a kill here, we are going to need to eventually declare war on. That's probably going to be a forced vassalage. In fact, we can forced vassalize a lot of locations over here. So that will be wonderful. We'll disband that. We do have our diplomacy lifestyle perk right now. So we can grab forced vassalage. And with that, I want to clean up this guy. I also want to clean up Roman Greece eventually. He has too much to forced vassalize, obviously. We could, however, do a de jure duchy claim. I wonder if we could get more. The answer is no, because of the odd import. Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't mind taking out Macedonia as well, as long as we're at it. So what we could do is we could attack, like, this guy. Simply holy war for county. This guy. Holy war for county. This guy we'd have to do a de jure duchy. And I'd like to do this duchy over here, ideally. That's only a single county. Principality of Bulgaria is also only a single county. We could do a holy war for the kingdom of Roman Greece. That's actually a solid concept. I prefer, like, Roman Magna Graecia. That is better. We could do that. And then go after Roman Greece as well. So this would be like a holy war for duchy. Or maybe just a de jure duchy. Holy war for duchy is probably slightly better, though. Duchy of the Aegean Islands. Epirus. Yeah, that would be okay. So something like that. All these wars. Okay, so we're going to need to wrap up these wars relatively quickly, of course. So we're going to raise up men-at-arms here, and we're also going to raise up levy troops. We know that they're going to have a total of, like, some, 20,000 troops? That's not bad. So I'm not concerned about that. We'll get ourselves some levy troops here, and some men-at-arms. This will be more than enough, and we'll head on in. Wonderful. So we're going to stack wipe this force, and then we're just going to take down this castle really quick, I think. Yeah, that war is already over. So we'll enforce those demands, and we will grant that off over here. And then we're going to split these guys up a bit. We're going to take the bombards and just a siege force. And honestly, I think that just the siege force can probably handle this. Well, maybe not, actually. But if we were to raise up over here potentially a Holy Order or Mercs, we could do that. But what I'm going to do instead is we're going to divide this force in half. We're going to send half of them up here, along with the siege force. The other half is going to come down over here and start fighting some of, hello pause menu, some of these armies over here. Cool. So this should be fine. I don't think we'll have any real problem with these 3 wars. We're going to need to come down over this way. Yeah, something like this. I didn't realize that they had 24,000 troops, but we're actually still winning. Okay, that's cool. We'll arrive up over here and finish up that war pretty quickly. And then these guys can come up over this way. Wonderful. So we'll eliminate this stack very quickly, and then these guys can respond to, like, this army over here. Yep, that stack wiped, and we'll head down over here. We have no leadership here. We can put this guy in. Do we have a siege leader in here? We don't. This guy would work. Okay, we can slow siege this back. That's not actually a problem. How long would that take? 5 months? That's fine, but I think I'd rather come up here and fight. So, of course, this war is over, as expected. We will enforce those demands. And we'll need to hand this title on out. So that will go like so. And then these guys, I think that they're going to come down over here. Yes. It looks like we catch this force, or part of it, anyway. So that's wonderful. I'd like to come up over here, and I'd like to come in over this way. Cool. Our wife died, and we're going to need to do something about that. We absolutely need another stewardship wife, so we'll go for someone like this. That's fine. And eventually, there we go. We get remarried, and is she... She's slightly worse at managing domain. Okay. So we're going to have to hand out, like, Katis here. That'll be fine. We'll grant that out. No problem. Okay. So we stack wiped these guys over here. Now I want to come down over this way and fight them again. Cool. I don't want to slow siege this. I want to come up here and fight these guys. We're not... Well, actually, we are going to catch them at this point. That's perfect. So we're going to start sieging over here. We're going to wrap up this war first. And that'll be fine. We'll get access to ticking war score very soon. And we're not going to have any real problems with either of these wars. So this will be fine. No problem whatsoever here in theory. We did defeat this force, so that's perfect. I would like to make our way potentially over to, like, Foggia here. That'll be fine. So we stack wipe one of their forces here, and then we stack wiped their other force, and we actually captured their leader there. So we're going to enforce those demands, and these guys can now also head over this direction, as can our siege force. So that's perfect. We're going to have those wars done very quickly, it seems. Much more quickly than I expected. We would become the owner of the branch of the Tree of Life. Okay. That's fine by me. We'll, of course, have to hand these titles on out. No problem here. We'll just grant these out to counts for the moment. All looks good. Okay. Actually, why don't you guys come stack wipe this force, especially since it's commanded by ruler. Get in there. Cool. So that was stack wiped. We did not capture their ruler, which makes me a little bit sad, but we'll hop in over here quite soon. And they should have ticking war score. Yeah, they have 4%. That's not a lot. I'd like to come up over this way. Continue to do some stack wiping over here. We can still get 11% more from battles, so we'll stack wipe these guys. And that got us... we can get 7% more from battles now. Oh, I didn't hand this out. Right, and that means that our wife is actually doing the same good level of job as our previous wife. So we can pull this castle back because I missed one handing out. So that's fine. We'll pull that back. Wonderful. Wait, what? 15 to 14? I didn't expect that. Okay, well, maybe we have to hand it back out again. Apparently I can't math. That's fine. So we got this siege done, which means that they no longer have ticking war score. For the time being, we are making for their capital here, and these guys can come into Foggia again. Perfect. Sure, show in the king. It is time to put a cut in here. I do want to wait, I think, until this war is over. We're very close to having that done. So let's go ahead and do that. This county alone was worth 20%. So if the capital is comparable, then the capital will actually end the war here. So this siege should end the war, is what we're expecting. So that would be absolutely fantastic. 10 days on that. And yep, that's it. We actually captured him in that siege as well, so perfect. We'll go ahead and do that. This is going to be quite a big handout that we're going to have to do here, but that is definitely something that we can do next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Rose Valentine, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.